So welcome ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video. We're going to be looking at eFootball 2022 because coming at an update near you is a big update for eFootball on Monday. We're going to go through all the features and additions and gameplay improvements that are coming. So let's dive into it. And of course, let me know what you guys are looking forward to the most. I myself haven't really gone through this list yet. I thought it'd be more fun to be like, ooh, that sounds good. So let's do it together, folks. Now, we're just going to be covering the PS5, PS4 versions because these are all pretty much the same. As you can see, they do it in, I don't know, Konami decide to do it in like different platforms. So you've literally got 1.1.1, but it's for Steam, for PS5 and Xbox. So we're just going to cover the PS5 and the PS4 version, but ultimately it's all the same across the board. I mean, there might be some graphical enhancements on PC. I don't know. You let me know if there will be, but we're going to go through the PS4, PS5, which is the same for everything. So let's dive into this. So available soon. This is coming, as I said, on the 30th of May, which is a Monday. And it's weird, though, because they're putting this out on a Monday on the 30th, and then there's maintenance for like 3 days, I think. So we're not really going to get a feel for this until afterwards, but at least we can look forward to something new coming out or some updates. So the first thing they're doing, Dream Team, right? They are adding objectives. I don't know what objectives. All I know is they're adding them. And if it gives us more incentive to play the game mode, fantastic. I mean, what could they be? I don't know. It'd be interesting if they added like some actual objectives to the players themselves, like score a goal with a player that's rated less than 75. You know, like give us incentives to use players that we don't normally use. And if you scored a goal with a player with that, then you get like an extra 5,000 GP or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's coming there. We've got the another addition on Dream Team. They are adding game plan lists. So you can now save a maximum of 10 game plans. Now, this is not squads, so don't get too excited. But still, being able to create like a 4-4-2 and a 4-3-3 and a 3-5-2 with all different formations and stuff is going to be nice to be able to do now instead of manually having to do it every single time. Next, Dream Team. They are adding or added suggested function in player progression. Progression points can now be allocated automatically. Once again, not really 100% clear on what that means, but from progression points can now be allocated automatically, and they're suggesting those. Maybe after a match, it tells you what they recommend to upgrade, and then you can automatically do it after every match. I don't know. We'll find out. So there we go. That's the 3 additional features for the Dream Team. At least they're adding something, you know. Moving on. Updates and additions. So they have updated license data from leagues, clubs, and national teams from around the world. Pretty standard stuff there. They've got new and updated team, manager, and player data. So we might actually get Erik ten Hag. Maybe he'll show up now and we can actually buy him in our Man United Dream Team playthrough. And I know I need to get back to that, folks, but we also need the update to come out and maintenance. Right, next, the following data have also been updated. So we've got new stadiums. I don't know which ones. Would be nice to tell us. We got new bolts, that's a new one, boots, balls, and commentary. Not that I ever listen to the commentary. I mean, does anyone else just switch it off? Because that's what I do. Don't really care less about the commentary. But there we go. Fantastic. Now let's get into the juicy stuff, folks. We've got gameplay fixes and adjustments. So when it comes to the controls, this is a big one straight off the bat. Enhanced input response for cursor changes. Nice. Yeah, they need to keep doing that, and that needs to be updated all the time. You know, we want the game to be responsive when we're changing players because it is the most infuriating part about playing a football game when it's not switching. It's got to be snappy. Next, fixed an issue where pass and clear commands may not trigger properly when the ball is mid-air. There you go. They fixed an issue where the super cancel command fails to cancel the command inputted prior to quick free kick and throw-ins restarts. All right, anything related to super cancel's good. I use it a lot, and you should be. Fixed an issue where making a return pass without any left stick input after performing a 1-2 pass, forwards, or pass and run crossover, we'll see that return pass being made with speed and directional assists even though the manual pass level was set to level 4, no assist. So that's helping you out if you're playing on manual. Fixed an issue where performing a pass and run, a crossover, that's the L1 and circle. No. That's R1. R1 and X is the crossover, by the way. We'll see the player who made the initial pass make a run in an inappropriate direction when the manual pass level is set to level 4. Once again, manual stuff. Fixed an issue where some commands may become erroneous after assigning player movement to directional buttons in-game settings. Do people really use the directional buttons? Do you guys use that? I would be very intrigued to know if anyone still dribbles in this day and age with the directional buttons. I'm doing that for donkey's years. Right, next we're on to dribbling. So we've got enhanced dribbling response. Once again, anything related to response times is always a plus. So good to see they're enhancing that. Implemented adjustments so that when restarting, or not restarting, releasing the left stick during a dribble to follow the ball, the player will now adopt an appropriate body position with regards to the ball. There you go. Smart stuff. So those are the updates for number uno. Let's move now to the 2 out of 4 and continue. So gameplay fixes and adjustments continue with the shooting. They have fixed an issue where chip shots are overly accurate in certain situations. I haven't used the chip shot a lot, but yeah, chipping a goalie from a ridiculous angle, it's a little bit cheap, isn't it? Right, traps. So implemented enhancements so that players will now take more appropriate touches for floating passes coming from behind. So there you go. It's more about smart stuff. And at least, look, at least they're putting out, you know, a proper list this time about what they're fixing, as opposed to just gameplay adjustments have been made accordingly. We've all seen that. Complete nonsense. Right, offense. So, implemented adjustments to possession game and out-wide team playstyles. Adjustments were implemented specifically to the positioning of wingers and side midfielders on the opposite flank when the ball is deep in the opponent's half. They will now take a more central position rather than positioning themselves far from the ball in the opposite flank. Okay, so if you use possession game and out wide, you know, you might see a little bit better flow now. Personally, for myself, I've been using long ball counter, and I like it. Defense. So, implemented adjustments to the positioning of defenders in all team play styles. This includes mitigating the frequent occurrence of where the attacking side would score straight after kickoff without losing possession. Yes. Folks, they are fixing, or they have fixed, the kickoff bug. And that's exactly what it was. Like, you can stop people from doing the kickoff bug if you quickly switch to defenders. You might get away with it sometimes. But ultimately, that was the problem. It was the positioning of defenders. They were all over the place after kickoff, and it was easy to exploit. So, good to see that's addressed. They fixed an issue where the player defending the near post during the opposition's corner kick sometimes turns his back against the ball and cannot make appropriate clearances. That's good. They fixed an issue where the defending side cannot mark opposition players appropriately if the attacking side uses off-the-ball controls during corner kicks. See, I don't know about all this stuff because I don't really abuse stuff. I don't like it. All right, goalkeepers. Let's have a look if they fixed the invisible jumping of the trampoline. I doubt it. They fixed an issue where the goalkeeper may not dash towards the ball when performing the bring out the goalkeeper command. Well, that needed to be addressed. Fixed an issue where the goalkeeper may go into his own goal while holding the ball. I did see a video of that one time. It was humorous, but needed to be addressed. Fixed an issue where the goalkeeper may position himself too close towards the near post. Fixed an issue where the goalkeeper may not attempt to catch oncoming balls that he should be able to catch. Yes. I mean, you could tell that to any goalie in real life. You should have catched that, son. Well, I had a bad day. Fixed an issue where the goalkeeper may have a delayed reaction towards shots with a deflected trajectory if it happens while he performs a pre-jump animation or motion. They fixed an issue where, in rare circumstances, the goalkeeper would deflect the ball into the goal when it was possible to push it outside of the goal. Yes, that's a good one too. So yeah, no mention of them jumping like buffoons, but that's not going to be changed, I guess. Right, fouls. So they've implemented adjustments to the foul decision algorithms within the penalty area as fouls were called too frequently inside the box. Yes, they were. I mean, I do like the sense that, yeah, there is a more frequent amount of penalties being given, which you rarely ever got in a PES game before. But it was getting a little bit silly to the point where you would win the ball, but because you flicked him with your arm, the ref would give a penalty. So, yeah, we'll see how well that's been fixed. They've implemented adjustments to the foul decision algorithms for when the player's feet make contact with the opposition when performing a pass while sliding. I think that's kind of the one, like Night MD put a video out the other day about that. You got a red card when you won the ball. So, yeah, hope they fix that. Implemented adjustments to the offside decision algorithms regarding player involvement. They've implemented VAR. No, they haven't. I wish. Implemented adjustments to the foul decision algorithms for shoulder charges with regards to the area of the body contact with the opposition. So that's using the old shoulder barge command. Fixed an issue where fouls are not called correctly for certain uses of shoulder charge, such as dashing towards a stationary player or making body contacts right before or after the opposition performs a kick. As a result, yellow cards may be issued when these fouls are called. It's good to see they are addressing these fouls because they were annoying. Implemented other adjustments for more appropriate foul calls. I mean, they could have just said they've improved the referees, to be honest, and that would have summed up all that rubbish. But it's nice to know what they have actually done. Well done. Well done, Konami, for telling us. So, the camera. Implemented adjustments to stadium and live camera settings so that the attacking directions are now more visible when immediately restarting with a goal kick. And then you've got display. They fixed an issue where the normal power gauge is erroneously displayed even when the opponent inputs a stunning kick command in online matches. So there we go. That's the second one out of the way. Now let's move on to the third. There's a lot of stuff, folks, and I'm liking it. It's very unusual to get this many actual updates from Konami. You don't normally see it. But they know they need to because we want to know what's been fixed. Right, general fixes apply to mitigate or eliminate the bugs shown below. Let's fire through these real quickly. The application may crash due to an error. Live updates that do not match the software versions are erroneously applied. They love the word erroneously. Players may not move or may move across long distances in high speed if the player is interrupted right after throwing. The game may become inoperable if the ball is thrown out of the pitch when performing a long throw during a quick throw restart. We got players may have unnatural hand movement during penalty kicks. I mean, are we talking about goalies here, or are we just talking about the players? Players' gazes may not move as intended. Players may raise their foot unnaturally during certain instances, such as when controlling high incoming balls. The goal scorer may move unnaturally right before cutscene transitions during goal celebrations. We've got graphics of the linesman flags may move during a replay, even though the replay is paused. Funny stuff. The strips of certain club teams are different from their actual designs. Turf graphics may extend outside of the pitch. Spectator graphics and stadium structures may overlap in certain stadiums. Graphics of the sky may become distorted for certain camera angles under specific circumstances. I sound like I'm at school here, just reading off a book. The live update rating may be shown inaccurately in the game plan. This is triggered when switching to the live update rating view after substituting players. Live update ratings may be shown erroneously on player cards. Specifically, it seems as though different ratings are overlapped on the same player card. The player icon background designs for max level players may not be displayed correctly, and some managers have their thumbnail images erroneously bordered by a white line. How dare that white line be getting in that thumbnail? Right, let's move on. This is the final stretch, folks. We're on 4 out of 4. So, the updates include the following improvements. In some languages, screen transitions are slow when displaying multiple news articles at the same time. We've got claiming items from the inbox right after reading the news will cause the article to revert back to their unread state. That's mental. The cursor in the standard player list erroneously moves back to the top of the list. This is triggered after signing a player from a list that is displaying 101 or more players. I thought it was going to say Dalmatians there. The sorting of the standard player list is erroneously, they love that word, reset to overall rating order after a filter is applied. Graphics of the menu displayed prior to the screen transitions may still remain. We've got menu sound effects may be triggered repeatedly. The coaching affinity bonus may be displayed erroneously in the post-match experience gain screen if a player reaches his max level. Records prior to the latest 100 transactions cannot be viewed in balance sheet. When using the receive all function while having multiple nominating contracts of the same grade in the inbox, the number of nominating contracts owned are reflected incorrectly in the display on the right side of the screen. Gosh, it's too much to read, folks. The cursor becomes inoperable for sound 1. Oh, I said sound 1. For around 1 second after returning to the top menu. Erroneous message regarding promotion rewards is displayed in Efootball League. This is triggered when clinching a promotion on the 10th match of the round to a division in which you had already received a first-time promo reward from. In some languages, the text displays are not aligned. In some languages, words and symbols. Some languages, in the highlights, replays of shooting attempts may end before the actual shot is attempted. You've got erroneous information in the in-match downward header command guide. I'm knackered, folks. And then we've got a few other things here. And then you've got the usual. Oh, it is there. It's still there, folks. A variety of minor adjustments have been made to each mode and match with the aim of improving the overall gaming experience. And there we have it. So that is it, folks. I wanted to go through it all because why not? But the main thing, of course, is these gameplay enhancements and improvements. I'm not really fussed about the other things. I'll leave timestamps so you can fire through them. But let me know what you're looking forward to. For me, you know, I like to see the enhanced input response, of course. I mean, having new stadiums, boots, balls, and commentary is all great. I mean, why not? Adding some extra things to Dream Team is a big plus as well. It'll be interesting to see what these objectives are. And then obviously adding the game plans, and hopefully they'll be able to add more squads down the road as well. But it's good to see Konami are coming out with a big update. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well. And let me know your thoughts. And until next time, folks, we'll be back very shortly. Take care.